Today we are going to be picking an 11 of Premier League future stars, and what we're trying to do with this is pick players that you may not have heard of yet, just players that aren't already in the lineup. So
could be big.
Although players like Haaland are already really good, we want to try and avoid players like that because everyone already knows Erling Haaland. We're trying to go for some different players. So anyway, if we just get straight into it, we've got 2 picks for each position each. Tom, your goalies?
So first of all, Bazunu, who he's had a couple of mistakes this season, but he is very young. So I think he could be a good one in the future. And as well as that, I think this is an even better keeper. I've heard mentally because
you'd probably say the same thing about him. Good young keeper, made a few mistakes, but overall,
I think he's been alright. I think he's been alright. I think some big teams are going to be looking out for him, trying to snap him out. So.
Alright then, for my 2 goalies, you've got Gabriel Stanino. Chelsea signed him, young American, 18 years old, already signed by Chelsea, although probably wouldn't put him above the others I've got now. And my other goalkeeper, as a Liverpool fan, gone for Kelleher. He's been just sensational as a backup keeper every time. I mean, bordering on too old for this. I think he's 22, 23 now, but goalkeepers, their careers sort of start later, so still put him in there. And I think he does really well for Liverpool whenever he gets the chance to play, but Alisson's just too good, really. But I think I'd probably go for either Bazunu or Meslier, and Meslier's probably a bit more known for his, people think he's going to have a good future, so I'd maybe say Bazunu gets in there. So next up then, left back. Tom, your
I've gone with Aaron Hickey, who come back for this year, which he starts quite well. I don't know how well. I
struggled to get in the team to begin with, but he's been getting some more minutes now.
He's got plenty of time to improve. Could go on the team duty if he wants to. I think it's like Arsenal at one point, but anyway. And Sergio Gomez, who's very young. I don't think he's
doesn't get too many minutes to see.
I've played dog games and cup games, but
my left backs, I've gone for Tarek Mitchell. He started his career really well, hasn't done quite so good for Palace recently, but I've also gone for Luke Thomas of Leicester, who's pretty much the exact same as Mitchell. Came through at a similar time, both look pretty good, but so far I haven't really shown up for that really. I would probably go for Hickey, although I have included him at right back as well, to be honest, but we'll put someone else. I'll go for Hickey at left back. Next up then, our first centre back pick, Tom?
Cole, and don't judge me on this pronunciation, Zabani, that's not.
Yeah, Ukrainian from Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Out of your 2 there, I'd probably go for Colwell, but my 2 centre backs for the first centre back slot are 2 players that are pretty well known already, Guehi and Kanai. Guehi already getting in the England team, even though, let's be real, he hasn't played brilliantly this season. Kanate, probably bordering on too old for this, already playing a lot of games, so maybe I would discount him. So out of those 4, I'd probably say Colwell gets in there.
Yeah, he's probably one of them.
Put Colwell, he's a bit less known as well. Centre back option number 2 then, Tom?
Saliba, who's
we'll probably discount for the same reason as Kanate, really.
But I think he's definitely going to be insane, but he's only like 20 or 21
young talent, it'll be really good in the future.
Wogo of Leeds, I don't know if people have heard him that much, but I think I'm pretty sure he's still young and he's got a bit of time. So.
Yeah, next up for me then, my 2 centre backs. Botman, probably similar to Saliba, where I think he is going quite unnoticed at Newcastle. He's still young as well. And my other centre back option is Bella Kotchap. I saw him a bit in Germany versus England and actually looked alright once he got subbed on. Other than that, for Southampton, obviously hasn't been a brilliant season, but I do think he's a young talent and has got time. So if we're discounting Saliba, I feel like we probably have to discount Botman as well, though I do think he deserves some praise. So I think Bella Kotchap gets in ahead of Woger, especially because Kotchap's managed to get himself in a Germany team a few times. Next up then, right back. Probably the one I'll agree with in the end, Tom's first pick.
Rico Lewis, who's been shining up the City squad and starting, and I think he's done very well when I've seen him at his.
A midfielder by trade as well, kept playing him as right back.
And then you Nick Williams, I don't think he's done amazing.
Nick Williams, whenever I've watched Forest, he's done alright, but recently hasn't played as much of Aurier taking his place. But my right backs, this is where I put Hickey in, but it's already left back, so he won't get in. And Livramento, he was getting a lot of headlight when he first moved to Southampton. Big injury since then though, so I'd probably agree to go with Rico Lewis on this pick. Next up then, midfield. We've got 3 midfield slots here. One of them's going to be more defensive, so basically CDM, centre mid and Cam. So for CDM basically, who have you got?
I'll come with Romeo Lavia, who's
Southampton player. He looked really good against West Ham as well.
And then you've got Nona, who's, I think them two are very good.
Done pretty good for everything, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Both Belgian as well. So Belgium, you got some good CDMs coming through. For me, one for Oliver Skipp, who had a really good start to his career, sort of balled out a bit, but I've seen him playing more for Tottenham amidst their midfield worry, and he's done alright, scored a pretty good goal the other week. Then for me, the player I'd love to include in there, Stefan Bajcetic.
I mean, you go Bajcetic.
He pretty much saved Liverpool's season this year. I mean, he was absolutely brilliant. He is injured now, but I feel like, for me, it's between Lavria and Bajcetic, and I absolutely love Bajcetic. So we're going to go for Bajcetic for this one. Next up then, sort of just the regular centre-mid role, Enzo Fernandez for you, Tom?
Yeah, I think it's one of them which we're not going to go with because he's not my favourite.
As previously said, we are trying to go for a little less known players, and Enzo Fernandez is very well known.
Mike Caicedo,
one of the biggest signings of all time. Caicedo as well, pretty well known, but actually younger, a few years younger. Doing really well. Not quite so going under the radar, but he'd probably get in ahead of some of my midfielders. I've got Elliot Anderson from Newcastle, who's getting in the team a bit, not all the time, playing in the cup games and doing all well. Had a couple good loan moves, and I think he will slowly start to see him more for Newcastle. And my other centre mid is another Newcastle player, Joe Willock. He missed quite a few chances the other day against United, but then finally scored one. And he says he deserves an England call-up. I think probably agree with that, although I might disclude him. He is a bit older, played quite a bit, but I think Enzo Fernandez definitely crossed out.
I think we have to go with Elliot Anderson.
I think Elliot Anderson. We feel like Fernandez, Caicedo, Willock are all already pegged as future stars, so Anderson kind of gets in through process of elimination there. That might offend some people eliminating them, but we are trying to go for more obscure players here.
And this is for the
next up then in attacking mid.
I've gone with Elise, who I think maybe you might know, or if you haven't, you should get to know about him.
Did score a great free kick against United.
And then you've got Carvalho, who's been
Carvalho. He hasn't played too much for Liverpool.
I've seen him be better.
I also have Carvalho in there, and a player I really want to go in this team, Harvey Elliott. I feel like he doesn't get the attention he deserves a lot of the time, and I think he definitely deserves to go in this 11.
I mean, he's not the best, but I think we will have to go with him because we have options, really.
Alright. Left wing then, Tom, who you got?
I've gone with Nonto and Foden. I think I've got to discount Foden due to how good he is.
Yeah, a lot of the players, we did put in there because they are definitely future stars, but we want to give other players the line for once. Tom's gone for Nonto. I've also got Nonto in there. I'll put Martinelli in there. I personally think he's a little overrated, so I'd probably go for Nonto. I absolutely love Nonto. I think he's an amazing player, so I'd probably put Nonto in there. Next up, we'll go right winger first for the main striker of the team.
So I've gone with Cole Palmer, who hasn't played too much, but he has played the whole game in the cup game, so I think that's very cool. And then you've got Saka, who I don't think we can count that one as he's been sensational, really.
I also put in there, and I almost feel like just for how ridiculously good he is, he almost has to go in there. He gets all the attention, but it's one of those where it's fully deserved. He's already performing brilliantly. I would argue he deserves to go in there right now. He'd be one there, it's almost an exception.
Should we go with Somerville?
I've put Somerville in there as well. I'd probably keep Saka, really. I just think Saka's that good that I think it's got to be Saka, really, at the end of the day.
Let's go with Saka.
We'll go for Saka. The other players got discluded for sort of being a bit older, but Saka's as young as some of the other young stars putting in here aren't as older. He's already getting the attention. That could be a reason to not include him, but I think he's just that good. He has to go in there realistically. Next up then, the strikers.
First of all, we've got the sensational, so good everyone should know him, Ferguson.
Evan Ferguson. I do love Evan Ferguson.
When he's come on, he's I think his stats are quite good, but I think he does need to play consistently just to show how good he is. So.
Yeah. Next up then, you've also got Julian Alvarez.
Yeah, who's when Erling Haaland has not been playing, he has shown up and not done the same, but you can't trick it.
I think Alvarez is really good. A lot of focus on him after the World Cup. It's close to discounting him. I think he still deserves to just fit into this though. Next up then for my two strikers, got Sekimara from Southampton. One that is going under radar, and that is because he hasn't been brilliant in this season. He's done a few good games every now and again, and every time I've watched him, he seems to have done all right. I was really impressed with him on his Southampton debut. Overall, he's probably not the best, definitely, out of any of the strikers we picked here. So my other striker, I've gone for Alexander. Isak, probably, maybe classify him as too old for this list. Already quite well known. I think he's actually got a better goal ratio per Harry Kane in the league, so I'll probably take Isak out between probably Ferguson and Alvarez, to be honest. And future stars, Alvarez is absolutely brilliant, but I really want to put Ferguson in there.
I think Ferguson, because his games to goals is second to none. I mean, he has only played a few, so that's the main reason why.
Yeah.
But
so I'll go for Ferguson. I do think Alvarez is absolutely brilliant though, so I'd put him in there. Saka's still debatable whether he sort of doesn't fit in because of the rules he made for the other positions, but he's just that good. And between Palmer and Somerville, if we had to put someone else in there, it probably would have been Somerville.
I think that's kind of what's out there.
Yep, so that is our whole 11 really. Just wanted to look at all the young talent the Premier League has and the next generation of players we will be watching in the Premier League for years to come. If you enjoyed the video, remember to like, comment and subscribe, and also
catch you next time.
Yep, and tell us who you would put in there really. Any young talents we missed from your club, tell us down below. See you guys next time.